How Imagination and Memory Work. Picture this. You're at the beach and it is sunset. What color is the ocean? What color is the sky? What sounds do you hear? You might have pictured a blue ocean, a blue and orange sky, and the soft sounds of waves rushing and birds singing. But how did you think of these things? In such detail, too. The way the brain illustrates scenes is incredible. It all begins with mental imagery or imagination. There are billions and billions of neurons, or nerve cells, transmitting signals and communicating with each other in the brain. To understand imagination fully, it helps to know the functions of the parietal and occipital lobes. The occipital lobe is located in the lower back of your brain. It contains the visual cortex, a complex region that receives and processes visual information gathered from the eyes. Right above the occipital lobe lies the parietal lobe. The parietal lobe processes all sensory information: smell, touch, hearing, taste, and, of course, sight. Together, the occipital and parietal lobes give you the power of imagination. While the information from what your eye sees flows from the occipital lobe to the parietal lobe, what you imagine flows from the parietal lobe to the occipital lobe. Okay, so now we have a basic understanding of imagination. But how does memory factor into all of this? Memory, an important component of imagination, and something you can thank your hippocampus for. The beach you pictured? You had the ability to picture that thanks to memory. Maybe you didn't imagine a specific beach, but your brain pieced together different components that form one. When you look at something, like a cat, thousands of neurons in the back of your brain release signals that detail the characteristics of the image. As they fire in unison, they form a connection and are linked together into a neural ensemble. And now, when you imagine a cat or a beach, the same ensembles that fired together previously when they first saw those images will work together to create them again. The brain seems, at this point, like it can do anything. Unfortunately, it does have some weaknesses. One of its weaknesses is remembering color. Sure, the brain can memorize all of the basic colors of the rainbow, but what it has difficulty with is remembering specific hues. The brain tends to lump together colors into categories rather than organize each and every specific shade. Sure, you can remember the difference between navy and periwinkle. Nonetheless, your brain still considers both to be just blue. This simple categorizing can be seen as a weakness, but it can also be seen as a great advantage. Categorizing is the brain's very secret to storing millions and millions of colors, and all of these colors contribute to the images we create in our minds. Let's continue on the topic of the brain's method of storing things. Neurological work done by Carl Lashley and Wilder Penfield in the 1950s and 60s shows us that long-term memory is stored not only in one location, but in various parts around the brain. The memory is stored as neural ensembles. For example, a neural ensemble in the visual cortex stores what you saw, and a neural ensemble in the auditory cortex stores what you heard. In summary, memories are not stored in one specific part of the brain, rather different parts of the brain contribute to the illustration of each one. Your brain is an artist, and its reference is the world. It paints scenes in a variety of colors and has an endless storage space for all of the memories you make in your lifetime. Memories that, together, give you the power of imagination. And to think, all of these things happen within the 3 pounds of matter within your skull.